Museums, if you want people to get in the doors, you can't just be open from 9 to 5 on the weekdays. You just fucking can't. Because, like, aside from students who are actively going on trips, no one else can go. Like, people aren't going to take off from work to go to the Blanton Museum, even though the Blanton Museum's fucking awesome. People aren't going to call out sick so that they can walk around the field and get a good look at soup. And I've talked about this before. Every time I talk about it on different platforms and stuff, people are like, oh my God, yes, like, I would love a museum wine night. Alcoholics, I'm not talking to you. I don't want people getting fucked up every single day of the week next to valuable exhibits and antiques. What I want is I want you to expand your book collection in the bookshop so that it's not just trinkets, Christmas ornaments, and shit for kids. I want some books on the very subjects that your museum covers, and not just coffee table books, real books. I want you guys to partner with a good coffee shop. And then if you just do those two things, plus extend your hours, like have a secondary shift at nighttime, you could tap into the wonder that was the Barnes & Noble Starbucks collaboration of the 90s and 2000s, because everyone is constantly, there's no third spaces. And if you were just open late enough and had strong enough Wi-Fi that people could go into your museum and have a area where they can sit and they can work on their fucking papers, or they can work on their novel, or they can work on whatever the fuck it is that they do, or like edit with headphones or whatever. Like, I would do that every goddamn day. And I would drink a fuck ton of coffee and tea while I'm at it. And I would love to get a membership pass so that I can do that, so that whenever I hit like a moment where I'm like, okay, I need a break from work, I can just go peruse the exhibits for like some inspiration. I would fucking love that. And I know a lot of museums do things at night where they do little wine nights and stuff like that. And again, I think that a wine night, a concert, like all of that patronage is great, but I just am saying, like, that's obviously not sustainable for like a day in, day out kind of situation. There are so many people in the arts who would love to work at museums who could fill that second shift is the thing. And like, I know with libraries, people often talk about like, you have to be really fucking qualified to be a librarian, right? Like, my grandma was a librarian, and a lot of people don't know that. And like, same goes for museums. Like, it's not just like, oh, I like museums so I can get a job here most of the time. And even the retirees who work at museums, like, they're often academics who are just retired now. And I know they're state-funded institutions, and so like, I'm sure that there's a lot of things that I'm not privy to that would make that difficult. All I'm trying to say is, if you guys partnered with a coffee shop and you had a better bookstore within your museums, as well as a place for people to sit and work, people would buy the fuck out of museum memberships. And honestly, you guys could make a ton of money, which could really be awesome in terms of research and preservation. I just think it would be cool. I think a lot of people who love museums try and gatekeep museums. And listen, as cool as it is to be like,